When the weather gets beautiful and spring is upon us, Trey and I often host weekend brunch for friends. My favorite dish on earth is also a popular brunch dish, fried chicken and waffles. Today I'm going to be making a spin on it, my fried chicken and corn cakes with pepper jelly syrup. I love food and I love to cook. The best stories are shared in the kitchen and at the dinner table. I'm Andrea, and these are my Cooktales. Our downtown loft is one of my favorite places in the spring. On a warm, sunny day, we slide open the big doors to our balcony, invite friends over for brunch, and have the grandest time. A few years ago, I changed the traditional concept up a bit, and chicken and corn cakes were born. And there's nothing like pepper jelly to really throw in some of the true South. Start with chicken that's been soaking in buttermilk overnight, which makes it nice and tender and gives it a nice base for good flavor. Then heat some oil in a cast iron skillet over medium heat. It should come up to 350 degrees before frying. In a large shallow bowl, add 3 cups of flour, 2 tablespoons of garlic powder, 1 tablespoon kosher salt, and spices. Thoroughly mix everything together. In another bowl, pour a little bit of buttermilk and get your assembly line ready. Take a piece of chicken out and let the extra buttermilk drip off. Then dip the chicken into the flour mixture, completely covering it. Next, dip the chicken into the clean buttermilk and then back into the flour mixture. Do this for each piece of chicken. It gives it a double-coated, extra crispy crust. Once all the chicken is floured up, set it aside so the flour can set. The next step is to mix the corn cake batter. Whisk the dry ingredients together in a bowl. In a separate bowl, mix the wet ingredients. Then combine the wet ingredients into the dry ingredients and whisk until it's a smooth consistency. Time to fry the chicken. I always fry chicken in batches. If you overcrowd the pan, it can cause the temperature to go down, so it's important to only fry a few pieces at a time. Put the chicken in the oil, skin side down, and partially cover the pan. Then after about 10 minutes, turn the chicken and cook it on the other side for about the same amount of time. Remember, dark meat takes longer to cook than white meat, so you may need to leave it in just a little bit longer. While the chicken is frying, make the corn cakes just like you would pancakes. Ladle a small amount onto the skillet, wait until the top starts bubbling, then flip it. When the chicken is finished, place it on a wire rack. Immediately sprinkle kosher salt and rosemary over the top so it binds to the oil. Once all the chicken is out of the skillet, place several rosemary sprigs in the oil. Fry for 1 to 2 minutes and set aside. I love to serve this dish family style, so place the corn cakes down on a large platter, top them with the chicken, and add rosemary sprigs all around. The final element is the pepper jelly syrup. Heat together 2 tablespoons of pepper jelly with 1 cup of maple syrup until warm. Pour some of the syrup over the chicken and corn cakes and serve the rest on the side. This is my favorite dish for a really good reason. It's the perfect example of salty and sweet together. You get the saltiness from the chicken, the sweetness from the corn cakes, and then even better, you've got a little spiciness from that hot pepper jelly, and the rosemary just brings everything together. A little bit of that herbiness with that. It is so delicious. I love this dish. For details and more stories and recipes, visit andreascooktales.com. If you like this recipe, visit my blog and hit subscribe for more videos.